Okay, so today we're going to do something pretty wild. We're taking a journey 5,000 years into the past. And no, not with a time machine, but with some seriously cutting-edge AI. We're going to witness a lost ritual from a world that existed long before writing. Let's step right into their world.
So, that quote you just saw, it's not just some nice-sounding words. That's actually where we're dropping in. We are stepping directly into the middle of an ancient mystical vision, a sacred moment pieced together from the absolute faintest whispers of the past. So, whose vision is this? Well, our guide on this trip is a prehistoric seer, someone living out on the vast Eurasian steppe 5,000 years ago. And we're joining them right in the middle of a ritual, in this moment of ecstatic ascent. Think of it like a spiritual journey from the world we can touch to the realm of the gods.
And this is the really important part. We're not just watching this like it's a documentary, you know? The whole point of this reconstruction is to put us right there inside the seer's head to experience this ritual exactly as they did. It's an incredibly personal, immersive perspective. Okay, so where is our seer actually going with all this? I mean, who or what are they trying to reach in this intense trance-like state? This entire ritual, it has a destination. There's a single divine figure right at the very center of their universe.
And here he is, the destination, the entire point of this spiritual climb, is a god that historians and linguists call Dies Fater. He was the main sky father god for a really ancient people who spoke a language called Proto-Indo-European, which is, believe it or not, the ancestor of hundreds of languages we speak today.
Okay, and this is where it gets really cool. Just say that name out loud for a second. Deus Fater. Deus Fater. Does that ring a bell? It totally should. Deus Fater is the direct linguistic ancestor of the Greek Zeus Pater and the Roman Jupiter. That's right, the head honcho of the classical gods has roots that go back thousands of years earlier, right here on the steppe. Right about now, you're probably thinking, wait a minute, how on earth is any of this possible, right? These people, the Proto-Indo-Europeans, they didn't have writing, no sacred books, no instruction manuals for their rituals. So how could we possibly rebuild something so invisible?
Well, the answer is this incredible mix of the super old and the ultra-modern. It's all about taking the tiny, faint clues our ancestors did leave behind and running them through technology they couldn't even have dreamed of.
So here's how they pulled it off. It basically breaks down into 4 big steps. First, the researchers gather all these linguistic fragments. They hunt for ancient words for things like sky or god or oath. Second, they add in archaeological data, stuff from burial sites and old artifacts. Third, they feed all of that raw data into a really powerful AI engine. And finally, the AI generates the vision, that whole immersive experience of the ritual.
And what the AI spits out, well, the researchers call them digital archetypes. And you gotta understand, these aren't just like boring 3D models. No way. They are AI-generated visualizations that are designed to be immersive, dreamlike, even a little bit hallucinatory, to really try and capture what it actually felt like to be in that mystical trance.
So what's the big deal here? Why does this all matter? Well, we are basically looking at a complete game changer in how we connect with our most distant ancestors. This isn't about reading academic papers or looking at dusty artifacts in a museum anymore. This is a whole new way to actually experience history. Look, the real magic here is taking all this abstract data, little bits of language, pieces of pottery, and turning it into something you can feel. It creates this raw emotional connection to people from 5,000 years ago. It takes what could be dry research and turns it into an adventure, pioneering a totally new way to see and feel the past. And that's really the heart of it all. We've gone past just looking at our ancestors from a distance. With tools like this, we're starting to see their world through their own eyes, to feel the awe and the mystery of their most sacred moments.
So that leaves us with this incredible, mind-blowing question, right? We just visited a prehistoric seer. Now that we have this kind of technology, what other lost worlds should we ask the AI to show us next? What other forgotten myths or ancient rituals could we experience? Just think about it. The possibilities are literally endless.